Hey there, welcome to this very special video. I've been receiving hundreds of messages from people just like you who feel something isn't right in their lives. They feel blocked, tired, sick for no reason, and they suspect someone might be working against them spiritually. Today, I'm finally going to reveal everything I know about this topic. My name is your name, and for over 15 years I've been studying the ancient practices documented in the book of Saint Cyprian. If you don't know who Saint Cyprian was, he's particularly fascinating because he was once a powerful sorcerer who later converted and revealed all the secrets of dark magic, including how to identify and break spells cast against you. In this video, I've catalogued over 25 symptoms that might indicate you're experiencing spiritual attacks or witchcraft. But listen closely, I'm not just going to tell you the problems. For each symptom, I'm going to give you the exact solution from Saint Cyprian's teachings to free yourself, heal, and protect your energy going forward. Now, I know some of you watching might be skeptics. You might think this is all superstition or nonsense. That's completely fine. I respect your perspective. But what's interesting is that even skeptics can be affected by these energetic attacks. Why? Because these practices don't require your belief to work. Just like you don't need to believe in bacteria to get sick from them, negative energy works on its own principles. So how does witchcraft even get access to your life? Great question. According to Saint Cyprian's teachings, there are essentially three doorways: emotional vulnerabilities like fear, anger or jealousy, physical connections through objects, food or beverages given to you, and energetic openings created during times of weakness or transition in your life. Throughout this video, I'll show you how to identify which doorway might have been used against you, and more importantly, how to close it permanently. Stay with me until the end, because the final protection ritual I'll share combines all the elements into one powerful shield that will transform your situation completely. Some of these symptoms might seem ordinary at first glance, but when they appear together in specific patterns, that's when you know something deeper is happening. Let's begin with the first symptom, which is often overlooked, but is actually one of the most reliable indicators of spiritual attack. As we go through each one, ask yourself honestly if you've experienced it. Don't be alarmed if you recognize several. That's why you were guided to this video today. The good news is that there's a solution for each and every one. The first symptom is unexplained heat and restlessness in your body. You might feel an unusual warmth spreading through you, especially at night, accompanied by a sense of agitation that makes it difficult to relax or sleep. This happens because someone is likely working with black candles in rituals directed at separating you from relationships, opportunities, or places that are important to you. This type of work is particularly effective because it uses fire energy to create disturbance in your natural rhythm. The good news? It can be countered using the same element, fire, but in a purifying form. The solution, according to Saint Cyprian's tradition, is to work with white candles and rue. For 7 consecutive days, light a white candle that you've previously rubbed with rue oil or dried rue herbs. As it burns, recite Psalm 91 and visualize a cooling blue light, extinguishing any negative fire directed at you. This reverses the energy and returns it to its source. The second symptom is extreme fatigue and lethargy that doctors can't explain. You wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all. Your limbs feel heavy, and even simple tasks require enormous effort. This happens because negative energies are being channeled to drain your life force, often using graveyard dirt or crossroad soil in rituals. These types of works are designed to slowly deplete you until you're too exhausted to fight back or even recognize what's happening. They're particularly dangerous because they can be mistaken for depression or medical conditions. Saint Cyprian teaches a powerful cleansing bath to break this type of spiritual attack. Dissolve sea salt in warm water and add fresh basil, rosemary, and rue. Bathe in this mixture for 7 consecutive days, always starting from your head down to your feet. As you do this, affirm, I reclaim my energy, my vitality returns multiplied, and no negative force can drain me. This ritual cuts the energetic cords that are siphoning your vital force. The third symptom goes beyond simple fatigue. It's a profound sense of discouragement and isolation. You no longer want to see friends or family. Activities you once enjoyed bring no pleasure. You feel an inexplicable sadness and a desire to withdraw from life. This is not just depression, though it mimics it perfectly. This is the result of workings done with your personal items. Hair, photos, clothing, that are often placed in coffins, buried, or wrapped in black cloth. These types of workings are specifically designed to bury aspects of your personality, making you feel dead inside while still walking around. They're among the most destructive forms of spiritual attack because they can completely transform a vibrant social person into a shell of themselves. Family and friends notice the change but can't identify what's wrong. According to Saint Cyprian's teachings, this type of spiritual attack requires a 9-day cleansing ritual with the 4 elements. You'll need a white candle, fire, fresh water in a bowl, water, incense, preferably frankincense, air, a handful of soil from a healthy plant, earth. For 9 consecutive days, sit in a quiet space. Light the candle and incense. Dip your fingers in the water and then into the soil, making a small mud mixture. Use this to make a small cross on your forehead while saying, "By the power of Saint Cyprian, I dissolve all bindings. What was buried rises. What was hidden is revealed. My spirit is free and returns to light." This ritual is particularly powerful because it uses all 4 elements to counteract the burial energy of the negative working. Many people report feeling an immediate sense of lightness after even the first session. The 4th symptom manifests in your eyes, irritation, swelling, blurred vision, or recurrent infections that ophthalmologists can't effectively treat. Your eyes may tear up for no reason, or you might see floating shadows in your peripheral vision. This happens because the eyes are spiritual gateways, and envy-based attacks often target them first. In many traditions, including Saint Cyprian's, the eyes are considered windows to the soul. When someone directs envy or the evil eye toward you, these symptoms appear as your spiritual body tries to defend itself from the intrusion. The solution is to create what Saint Cyprian called the mirror shield. In a small bowl of spring water, dissolve a pinch of salt and add 7 drops of rue extract. Dip a clean cloth in this mixture and gently dab around your eyes, not in them, for 7 mornings. While doing this, visualize a reflective shield forming around your eyes, bouncing all negative energy back to its source. This not only heals the symptoms, but creates lasting protection. The 5th symptom is perhaps one of the most disturbing, unexplained sharp pains that feel like needle pricks moving through your body. You might feel sudden stabbing sensations in specific areas like your abdomen, chest, or head. These pains move around and don't follow any medical explanation. They might be accompanied by unexplained bruises or small marks on your skin. This is a classic sign of what Saint Cyprian identified as doll work, the practice of using a representative figure, like a doll, photo or drawing, with pins or needles to cause targeted pain. This is one of the oldest forms of sympathetic magic and can be extremely effective when done by someone who has your personal items. What's even more unsettling is that sometimes people find actual needles or pins in their clothing, bedding, or even food without explanation. This isn't coincidence. In powerful workings, objects can manifest through what's known as apportation. St. Cyprian's solution is twofold. First, a protective smoke cleansing using elder branches, sage, and bay leaves burned together. Move the smoke all over your body, especially focusing on the areas where you feel pain. Second, create a protective bundle with a small mirror, red thread, and 7 cloves of garlic. Wrap these together and place under your mattress. The mirror reflects back the energy, the thread binds it, and the garlic neutralizes it completely. Repeat this process every full moon for 3 months. The sixth symptom is a pattern of unusual accidents or mishaps that defy normal probability. You find yourself constantly tripping, dropping things, or experiencing minor injuries. Your car might have repeated mechanical issues. Electronics malfunction around you? It feels like you're jinxed or carrying bad luck. These aren't random coincidences, but carefully orchestrated energetic interferences designed to disrupt your life and cause physical harm over time. According to Saint Cyprian's writings, negative entities can be directed to alter physical probability fields around a person. The protection method requires creating what Cyprian called a thread of destiny. Take a red string and tie 7 knots in it. At each knot say, "My path is clear, my steps are sure. Saint Cyprian guides and protects me." Wear this string around your left ankle for 21 days. After this period, remove it and bury it near a healthy tree as an offering of gratitude. Most people report that their strange luck normalizes within days of beginning this practice. The seventh symptom affects your sense of balance. Chronic dizziness, vertigo, or a floating sensation, especially when you're in your home or workplace. You might find yourself needing to sit down suddenly or feeling like the room is spinning. Medical tests show nothing conclusive, and the symptoms often worsen at night or when you're alone. This disorientation occurs because heavy energies have accumulated in your space, creating what Saint Cyprian called spiritual fog, a distortion in the natural energy field that affects your internal equilibrium. These energies often come from directed negative workings that attach to corners, doorways, and thresholds. The solution involves cleansing your space with the 4 corners ritual. You'll need sea salt, white vinegar, and 4 white candles. Start by thoroughly cleaning your home physically. Then place a candle in each of the 4 main corners of your home. In a bucket, mix water with salt and a splash of white vinegar. Beginning at the back of your home, dip a cloth in the mixture and clean all thresholds, window frames and doorways while saying, "By earth, air, fire, and water, I cleanse this space. By Saint Cyprian's power, I restore balance and peace." Light the candles starting from the easternmost corner, moving clockwise. Let them burn completely. Many people report that the air feels literally lighter after this ritual, and their dizziness subsides within days. The 8th symptom enters the realm of the unmistakably paranormal. Shadow figures glimpsed from the corner of your eye, unexplained noises like knocking, scratching or dragging sounds, objects that move or disappear, and the sensation of being watched or followed. These experiences often intensify at night, especially between 2 to 3 a.m. What you're experiencing isn't your imagination. It's the manifestation of low vibrational entities that have been either sent specifically to harass you or attracted by the negative energy of other spiritual attacks. In Saint Cyprian's tradition, these entities are called shadow dwellers because they exist in the boundary between the physical and spiritual worlds. Their presence is particularly troubling because they can affect your mental health, causing anxiety, paranoia, and disrupted sleep patterns. They feed on fear, so the more frightened you become, the stronger they get. The solution from St. Cyprian's book is what he called the lesser banishment, a powerful ritual that cleanses your space of these entities permanently. You'll need a strong incense, frankincense, myrrh, or dragon's blood, a bell or singing bowl, holy water or blessed water, a white candle. Begin at sunset. Open all closets and doors within your home. Light the incense and walk through every room, paying special attention to corners, closets, and dark areas. Ring the bell 3 times in each room while saying, "I banish all darkness." By St. Cyprian's authority, no negative entity may remain. This space is cleansed, protected, and sealed in light. After completing the entire home, close all exterior doors and windows. Place the white candle in the center of your main living area and surround it with a circle of salt. Light the candle and say, "Only light and love may dwell here. All else must depart." Allow the candle to burn completely. Many people report immediate relief. The heavy atmosphere lifts, sounds stop, and shadow figures disappear. For severe cases, repeat this ritual for 3 consecutive days. The 9th symptom manifests in your relationships. Sudden, intense conflicts with family members, partners, or close friends that arise from trivial matters but escalate dramatically. You find yourselves saying hurtful things you don't mean. Long-standing relationships deteriorate rapidly for seemingly no reason. There's a pattern of misunderstandings where words get twisted or intentions misinterpreted. This symptom indicates separation workings, rituals specifically designed to destroy harmony and create division between people who care about each other. These are among the most common types of negative spiritual work because they're relatively simple to perform, but devastatingly effective. Saint Cyprian provides a powerful reconciliation ritual to counter these influences. You'll need a pink or white candle, honey, a piece of paper, dried rose petals. Write the names of everyone involved in the conflicts on the paper. Place the paper under the candle. Dress the candle with a small amount of honey while saying, "Sweetness returns, bitterness departs." Harmony restores what discord broke apart. Sprinkle the rose petals around the candle and light it. Let it burn for at least an hour each day for 7 days. On the final day, allow the candle to burn completely. Then take the paper and rose petals and bury them near your home. Remarkably, most people notice a softening in relationships within days, with full harmony usually returning within 1 lunar cycle. The 10th symptom affects your material prosperity. Persistent financial problems despite your best efforts. Money seems to slip through your fingers. Unexpected expenses constantly arise. Job opportunities fall through at the last minute. Payments get delayed or lost. Business ventures that should succeed inexplicably fail. You might even notice physical money disappearing from your wallet or home. In St. Cyprian's tradition, these are clear signs of what's called binding work on your financial energy. These types of spiritual attacks are particularly effective because they target the root chakra, which governs survival and material stability. They're often performed using coins or dollar bills that you've handled, or sometimes through direct workings on your place of business. The effects can be devastating, creating a cycle of lack that seems impossible to break through conventional means. No matter how hard you work or how carefully you budget, the situation doesn't improve. St. Cyprian's solution is a prosperity liberation ritual that must be performed during an increasing moon. You'll need a green candle, cinnamon powder, bay leaves, a small clear bowl, coins in various denominations. Pure water, fill the bowl with water and add the coins. Place the bay leaves floating on top. Sprinkle cinnamon on the green candle and light it, positioning it behind the bowl. As you do this, recite Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd," and then say, "By St. Cyprian's power, all bindings on my prosperity are dissolved. All blockages are removed. The flow of abundance returns multiplied. What was taken is restored 7-fold. Let the candle burn for at least an hour. Do this for 7 consecutive days. On the final day, let the candle burn completely. Take the coins from the bowl and carry them with you as seed money to attract more. The water should be poured at a crossroads or at the base of a healthy tree. Many people report significant shifts within 21 days. Unexpected money arrives, new opportunities appear, and the constant drain on finances finally stops. For businesses, customer flow often improves dramatically after this ritual. The 11th symptom involves sudden addictive patterns or compulsive behaviors that seem to come out of nowhere. You might find yourself inexplicably drawn to alcohol, gambling, or other substances, despite having no previous history with these issues. Or you might develop obsessive behaviors like checking things repeatedly, hoarding, or other compulsions that interfere with your normal life. These aren't simply psychological issues, though they manifest that way. According to St. Cyprian's teachings, these are signs of vessel work, rituals where your photo or name is placed in a jar or bottle with substances that create dependency and obsession. The spiritual influence gradually takes hold, creating patterns that feel completely out of character, but seemingly impossible to break. The solution is a powerful liberation bath that must be done for 9 consecutive days. You'll need white sage or pine needles, hyssop herb, fresh or dried, sea salt, white vinegar, a white candle. Prepare a bath with warm water. Add a handful of salt, a splash of vinegar, and the herbs. Light the candle in the bathroom and say, "By St. Cyprian's authority, I break all bonds of addiction and compulsion. I reclaim my will, my clarity, and my freedom. All vessels binding me are now broken." Soak in the bath for at least 20 minutes, visualizing the water drawing out the negative influences. When finished, let the water drain while seeing all compulsive patterns going down the drain with it. Most people report significant clarity after the 3rd bath, with the compulsions diminishing dramatically by the 9th day. The 12th symptom manifests as a pattern of persistent obstacles in your path. Every project you begin faces unusual delays. Paperwork gets lost. Appointments get cancelled at the last minute. People who promise to help suddenly become unavailable. It feels like an invisible wall stands between you and your goals. When one obstacle is finally overcome, 3 more appear. This symptom indicates what St. Cyprian identified as road-closing work, specific rituals done at crossroads or using your footwear to spiritually block your progress in life. These workings are particularly effective because they operate on the subtle energy of your path and destiny. The solution is St. Cyprian's road-opening ritual, which must be performed at dawn for 3 consecutive days. You'll need a yellow candle, ground cinnamon, olive oil, brown paper, a key. Any key will work. On the brown paper, draw a simple road or path leading to a door. Write your full name at the beginning of the path and your goal at the door. Dress the yellow candle with olive oil and roll it in the cinnamon. Place the key on the paper, pointing toward the door. Light the candle and place it behind the paper. Say, "By St. Cyprian's power, all roads are open to me. All doors unlock before me. All obstacles dissolve from my path. My way is clear, my steps are sure, my destination is certain." Allow the candle to burn for at least 30 minutes each morning. On the 3rd day, let it burn completely. Take the key and carry it with you for 21 days. The results of this ritual often manifest rapidly, sometimes within hours of the first performance. Situations that seemed hopelessly blocked suddenly begin moving forward. Phone calls get returned, appointments get confirmed, and opportunities that seemed lost reappear. For particularly stubborn situations, the ritual can be extended to 9 days, which St. Cyprian taught would break through even the strongest road-closing work. The 13th symptom involves health issues that defy conventional medical treatment. You experience chronic pain that moves around the body. Test results come back normal despite severe symptoms. Conditions improve temporarily with treatment, but then return. Different doctors give conflicting diagnoses. You might have unusual symptoms that don't fit any recognized disease pattern. According to St. Cyprian's teachings, these are classic signs of what he called sickness placement, negative workings specifically designed to create illness or physical suffering. These can be among the most dangerous forms of spiritual attack because they directly impact your physical well-being and can lead to serious health deterioration. Over time, the solution requires a 3-phase healing approach over 21 days. Phase 1, days 1 to 7, purification. Create a healing oil by infusing olive oil with garlic, rosemary, and eucalyptus for 7 days. Each morning, use this oil to anoint your body while saying, "By St. Cyprian's power, all negative influences are drawn from my body. My blood is pure, my organs are strong, my systems are in perfect balance." Phase 2, days 8-14. Restoration. Prepare a tea using ginger, honey, and lemon. As you drink it each morning, visualize golden healing light filling your body. Say, "By St. Cyprian's wisdom, my body remembers its perfect state. Every cell is restored, every function harmonized. My natural health returns." Phase 3, days 15-21. Protection. Create a protective sachet using bay leaves, sea salt, and 7 cloves. Carry this with you during the day and place it under your pillow at night. Each evening before sleep say, By Saint Cyprian's shield, I am protected from all harmful influences. No negative energy may affect my health. I am sealed in healing light. Throughout all 3 phases, continue any medical treatments you're receiving. The spiritual work supports rather than replaces proper health care. Most people report significant improvement by the end of the first phase, with symptoms often resolving completely by the end of the 21-day protocol. For chronic conditions or cases where the spiritual attack is particularly strong, the entire sequence can be repeated for up to 3 cycles. The 14th symptom occurs in your dream state, vivid, disturbing nightmares that feel unusually real. You might dream of being attacked, buried alive, or pursued by dark figures. Some people dream directly of witchcraft being performed against them, seeing candles, rituals, or even the faces of those working against them. You wake feeling drained, as if the nightmare consumed your energy. These aren't ordinary bad dreams. In the tradition of Saint Cyprian, these are recognized as either direct spiritual attacks occurring in the dream plane or your subconscious mind's way of alerting you to negative workings being done against you. The solution is a powerful dream protection ritual performed before sleep. You'll need lavender, fresh or essential oil, a white candle, a small mirror, a glass of water. Place the glass of water next to your bed. It will absorb negative energies while you sleep. Under your pillow, place the mirror facing outward, away from your head, to reflect away attacks. Light the white candle and add a drop of lavender to the flame if using oil, or burn a small sprig if using the herb. As the lavender releases its scent, say, "By Saint Cyprian's protection, my sleep is peaceful and secure. My dreams are my own sacred space. All negative influences are reflected away. I rest in complete safety." Extinguish the candle before sleeping. Never leave it burning. In the morning, pour the water down the drain, as it will have collected negative energies. Most people experience peaceful sleep from the first night of this practice. The nightmares typically cease entirely within 7 days. The 15th symptom is perhaps one of the most recognized but least understood. An overwhelming obsession with someone that feels beyond your control. You might find yourself constantly thinking about a former partner, unable to move on despite knowing the relationship was harmful. Or you might be the object of someone else's obsessive attention, receiving constant unwanted contact or feeling their presence even when they're not physically there. In Saint Cyprian's tradition, these are clear signs of what's called binding work or love spells, rituals specifically designed to create unnatural attachment. When done powerfully, these workings bypass the rational mind and create a persistent fixation that feels like genuine emotion but has an artificial, compulsive quality. The solution is a comprehensive cord-cutting ritual that must be performed during the waning moon. You'll need a black candle, sharp scissors, a white string, a photo of yourself and the person you're obsessed with or who is obsessed with you, a bowl of salt water. Place the photos facing each other with the string laid between them, connecting the images. Light the black candle and drop some wax on each photo while saying, "I acknowledge this connection, but recognize it no longer serves my highest good." Hold the string above the flame, not touching it, and say, "This cord that binds us unnaturally is now revealed in the light of truth." Use the scissors to cut the string in the middle, saying, "By Saint Cyprian's authority, I sever all artificial bonds. All manipulations are dissolved. My emotions are returned to their natural state. My will is my own." Place the cut pieces of string in the salt water, along with both photos, saying, "These bonds are dissolved completely and returned to the elements." Leave the bowl overnight, then pour the water at a crossroads or flowing water source the next day. Most people report an immediate sense of emotional relief after this ritual, as if a weight has been lifted. The obsessive thoughts typically diminish significantly within the first 24 hours, though complete freedom may take up to 1 lunar cycle for deeply entrenched workings. The 16th symptom affects the living things around you. Household plants wither despite proper care. Pets become ill without apparent cause. or small animals and birds are found dead near your home. Even hardy plants that normally thrive suddenly die. Fish tanks experience unexplained die-offs. These occurrences happen in patterns that defy normal explanation. According to St. Cyprian's teachings, plants and animals are often the first to show signs of negative spiritual influences because they're more sensitive to energy disturbances than humans. They essentially act as canaries in the coal mine, reflecting the toxic spiritual environment before you become fully affected. The solution involves creating a protective energy grid for your living space. You'll need 4 small quartz crystals, sea salt fresh rosemary, spring water. Place a crystal at each corner of your property or home. At each point, dig a small hole and add a pinch of salt, a sprig of rosemary, and a few drops of the water. As you place each crystal, say, "By St. Cyprian's blessing, this space is purified and protected. All life here thrives in harmony and health. No negative influence may cross this boundary." Connect the points by visualizing lines of golden light forming a protective pyramid over your entire space. For already affected plants, water them with a mild solution of salt water, 1 pinch per gallon for 3 days. For pets, create protective collars using red thread with 7 knots, each tied while saying a prayer for protection. This protective grid typically shows results within 3 days. Plants begin to recover, and animals show renewed vitality. The 17th symptom manifests through electronic and electrical disturbances, light bulbs that repeatedly burn out, appliances that malfunction for no reason, electronic devices that turn on or off by themselves, or batteries that drain unusually quickly. Some people experience their presence actually interfering with electronics. Phones die when they use them. Computers crash or watches stop working. These aren't random malfunctions, but signs of energetic interference. Negative spiritual forces often disrupt electromagnetic fields, affecting anything that runs on electricity. St. Cyprian recognized this phenomenon long before modern technology, noting how spiritual attacks could affect flames and mechanical devices. The solution is an energy clearing using salt and iron. Place a small bowl of salt and an iron nail or key in each room where electronics malfunction. In the center of your home, light a white candle and say, "By St. Cyprian's power, all disruptive energies are neutralized. The natural flow of electricity and energy is restored. My home is cleared and balanced." Leave the salt bowls in place for 7 days, then dispose of the salt at a crossroads. Most people notice immediate improvement, with electronics functioning normally again within 24-48 hours. The 18th symptom appears, literally at your doorstep. Strange objects, substances, or arrangements found near your home or business entrance. You might discover powders sprinkled across your threshold, small bundles wrapped in cloth, coins in unusual arrangements, broken eggs, liquids poured in patterns, or other unusual items that clearly didn't arrive by accident. In St. Cyprian's tradition, these are known as dispatches, physical manifestations of spiritual work placed strategically to affect you as you cross over them. They're particularly potent because they create a direct energetic link to your personal space. The solution requires careful handling. Never touch these objects with your bare hands. Use gloves or a tool to collect them. Never bring them inside your home. Never throw them in your own trash. Instead, perform this reversal ritual. Sprinkle a circle of salt around the object without touching it. Then pour a mixture of vinegar and holy water, or water with a pinch of salt, in a clockwise circle around it, saying, "By St. Cyprian's authority, this working is neutralized. What was sent returns to its source with no power to harm me or others." This threshold is sealed and protected, using a shovel or gloves. Collect the object and dispose of it at a crossroads far from your home, or in running water flowing away from where you live. Then cleanse your threshold with a mixture of salt water and basil essence, making the sign of a cross or protective symbol that resonates with you. Most people report an immediate sense of lightness once the object is properly removed, with the full effects of the dispatch completely neutralized within 24 hours. The 19th symptom affects intimate relationships, sudden impotence, or lack of desire that can't be explained medically, fertility issues despite healthy reproductive systems, or a complete aversion to physical contact. These problems often appear suddenly in otherwise healthy individuals and resist conventional treatments. According to St. Cyprian, these symptoms indicate workings specifically targeted at your creative and reproductive energy, one of the most powerful forces in the human energy system. By blocking this energy, negative workings can affect not just your intimate relationships, but your overall vitality and creative expression. The solution is a vitality-restoring bath ritual performed for 7 consecutive days. You'll need Damiana herb, cinnamon sticks, honey, rose petals, a red candle. Prepare a bath with these ingredients, adding the honey last. Light the red candle in the bathroom and enter the water. Say, by St. Cyprian's blessing, my vital energy is restored. All blockages are dissolved. My creative and reproductive power flows freely and naturally. Soak for at least 20 minutes, visualizing warm golden light filling your lower abdomen and reproductive areas. After the 7th bath, most people experience a complete restoration of normal function and desire. The 20th symptom manifests as unexplained bloating, swelling, or fluid retention, particularly in the abdominal area. Despite dietary changes, exercise, or medical intervention, your stomach remains distended. You might feel heaviness or pressure, sometimes accompanied by unexplained digestive issues. Medical tests show no clear cause. In St. Cyprian's tradition, these symptoms can indicate what he called container work, rituals where substances representing your body are placed in jars or containers, often with inflating or expanding materials. These workings are specifically designed to create physical discomfort and alter your appearance. More directly, this can also indicate that you've been given something to consume that was spiritually contaminated, food or drink that was prepared with negative intent or over which words or substances were placed. The solution is a powerful purifying tea taken for 3 consecutive days. You'll need fresh ginger root, fennel seeds, dandelion root, lemon, a white candle. Prepare the tea by boiling these ingredients for 7 minutes. As it cools to drinking temperature, light the white candle and say, by St. Cyprian's knowledge, all negative influences are purged from my body. All containers are broken. All foreign energies are dissolved. My body returns to its natural state of perfect balance. Drink the tea first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, visualizing it washing through your system and dissolving any unnatural bloating. Most people report significant reduction in swelling within the first 24 hours, with complete resolution by the end of the 3-day protocol. For severe cases, the process can be extended to 7 days. The 21st symptom is the sudden appearance of insects, spiders, or other creatures in unusual numbers or patterns in your home. You might find ants forming strange lines, spiders appearing in corners every morning despite removal, or other infestations that resist normal pest control methods. Sometimes the creatures appear in symbolic patterns or concentrate in specific areas like your bedroom or workspace. St. Cyprian recognized these manifestations as physical signs of energetic disturbance, negative energies. Sometimes materialize or attract these creatures as physical representatives of spiritual intrusion. The solution is a powerful boundary-setting fumigation. You'll need cedar chips or oil, black pepper bay leaves, copal or frankincense resin. Create a fumigation by burning these ingredients in a fireproof container. Starting at the main entrance of your home, move counterclockwise through every room while saying, by St. Cyprian's command, all unwanted presences must depart. This space is cleansed and sealed against all intrusions. Only harmony may dwell here. Pay special attention to corners, dark spaces, and areas where the infestations are concentrated. After completing the circuit, open windows briefly to release the smoke and the entities it carries. Most people report immediate clearing of infestations. with creatures literally leaving during the fumigation process. For persistent cases, repeat the process at noon for 3 consecutive days. The 22nd symptom is experiencing unexplained cold spots or a persistent chill in your home, regardless of the actual temperature. You might find certain areas that feel ice cold compared to the rest of the space, or wake up shivering despite adequate heating. Sometimes this cold seems to follow you personally, making you feel chilled from within while others around you feel comfortable. This supernatural cold indicates the presence of dense negative energies or entities that literally absorb the life force and warmth from their surroundings. St. Cyprian identified this as one of the most reliable signs of spiritual presence. The solution requires working with the fire element to restore warmth and vitality. Light a red candle in the center of your home and anoint it with 3 drops of cinnamon oil. Say, by St. Cyprian's fire, all cold shadows are dispelled. Warmth, light, and vitality fill this space. All life-draining presences must depart. Place sea salt in small dishes in any cold spots you've identified. Visualize golden warm light radiating from the candle and filling every corner of your home. Allow the candle to burn completely, safely. Most people experience immediate warming of the space, with the supernatural cold completely dissipating within 24 hours. The 23rd symptom manifests as strange, unpleasant odors that appear without any identifiable source. You might smell sulfur, decay, something burning, or other foul scents that come and go mysteriously. Often, only you or certain members of the household can detect these smells, while others cannot. According to St. Cyprian, these phantom odors are often the first sensory signs of negative spiritual influence. Different types of entities or workings produce characteristic scents. Sulfur often indicates aggressive negative entities, while decay might suggest workings involving cemetery materials. The solution is an olfactory cleansing ritual using aromatic herbs. You'll need sage, lavender, rosemary, lemon peel, a white candle. Combine these ingredients in a pot of water and bring to a boil. As steam fills your home, light the white candle and say, by St. Cyprian's blessing, all foul influences are purified. Only clean, positive energy remains. This space is cleansed in all dimensions. Carry the steaming pot carefully into each room where the odors have been detected. The aromatic steam not only displaces the negative odors, but actively neutralizes the spiritual influences causing them. Most people report immediate relief, with the mysterious odors completely disappearing after one thorough treatment. The 24th symptom appears through the behavior of your pets: dogs barking at empty corners, cats hissing at invisible presences, animals refusing to enter certain rooms, or showing signs of stress like hiding, excessive grooming, or unusual aggression. Your pets might stare fixedly at empty spaces or track something moving that you cannot see. These behaviors aren't random. Animals are naturally more sensitive to energetic and spiritual presences than most humans. St. Cyprian noted that animals often serve as the first warning system when negative influences enter a space. The solution involves creating protective amulets for your animals. For each pet, prepare a small cloth pouch containing a pinch of protective herbs, rosemary or basil, a small piece of black tourmaline or obsidian if available, 7 grains of sea salt, a slip of paper with a protective prayer or symbol. Attach this to your pet's collar or place it near their sleeping area. Then anoint your fingers with olive oil and gently make a protective sign on the top of your pet's head, between the ears, saying, by St. Cyprian's protection, this beloved creature is shielded from all negative influences. Only peace and safety surround them. Most animals show immediate relief, returning to normal behavior within hours as they sense the protection around them. The 25th and final symptom involves your spiritual protections failing in unusual ways. Protective jewelry that breaks unexpectedly, amulets that tarnish or crack, religious symbols that fall from walls, or protective candles that burn in strange patterns or extinguish without cause. These aren't coincidences but signs that negative influences are actively working to dismantle your spiritual defenses. According to St. Cyprian, when protections break physically, it's often because they've successfully absorbed an attack that would otherwise have affected you directly. The solution is to create a master protection that St. Cyprian called the unbreakable shield. You'll need 7 small mirrors, red thread protective, herbs, rosemary rue, or basil, a white candle. Arrange the mirrors in a circle facing outward. Connect them with the red thread. Place the herbs in the center and the white candle in the middle of the herbs. Light the candle and say, "By St. Cyprian's wisdom and power, I create a shield that cannot be broken." All negative influences are reflected back to their source. All attacks are dissolved before they reach me. This protection is renewed and strengthened by every attempt against it. Allow the candle to burn completely. Keep this arrangement in a private, safe place in your home. This master protection not only shields you, but actually grows stronger when targeted, making it particularly effective against persistent spiritual attacks. We've covered 25 distinct symptoms of spiritual attack and their specific solutions according to the wisdom of St. Cyprian. If you've recognized several of these signs in your own life, don't be alarmed. Recognition is the first and most important step toward liberation. Remember that according to St. Cyprian's teachings, every spell, curse, or negative working has a counter that can dissolve it completely. Nothing in the spiritual realm is permanent or unbreakable when you have the right knowledge and approach it with confidence and faith. The solutions I've shared with you today aren't just superstition or folklore. They represent thousands of years of spiritual wisdom, preserved through St. Cyprian's tradition. These methods work by addressing both the energetic reality behind the attack and its physical manifestations. As you implement these solutions, maintain a positive mindset. Your own energy and intention are powerful components of any spiritual work. Fear gives power to negative influences, while confidence and clarity diminish their strength. This doesn't mean you should deny the reality of what's happening, quite the opposite. By acknowledging these influences directly and taking concrete steps to counter them, you reclaim your power. If you're dealing with multiple symptoms, I recommend addressing them in this order. First, perform a general cleansing using the methods from symptoms 3, 8, and 13 next. Tackle any symptoms affecting your physical health, symptoms 13, 19, and 20. Then address manifestations in your home, symptoms 7, 17, 21, 22, and 23. Finally, establish long-term protections, symptoms 25, 16, and 6. For severe or persistent cases, don't hesitate to seek help from someone knowledgeable in St. Cyprian's tradition. Sometimes an outside perspective can identify patterns or solutions you might miss on your own. Remember that spiritual health, like physical health, requires ongoing maintenance. Even after resolving these symptoms, I recommend a simple protective practice. Each morning, visualize yourself surrounded by white light, and each evening, perform a simple energetic cleansing by washing your hands with salt water while setting the intention to release any negative influences encountered during the day. You have the power and the right to live free from spiritual interference. St. Cyprian's wisdom provides the tools to reclaim your energy, your space, and your life from any negative influences that may have attached themselves to you. I hope this information serves you well on your journey to spiritual liberation and protection. May you walk in light, strength, and perfect peace.